Hey guys, just thought I'd make a video tonight. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay. No, I just thought I'd make a video tonight. I wanted to talk about what happened to me tonight downtown. Now, part of this is a theory I have, and part of this is not. I had a rough night tonight, symptom-wise, so I wasn't able to do any kind of approaching. I just sat in there. I was really bad tonight. Bad. And it just happens. There's nothing I can do about it. That's one of the reasons me doing this is going to be very hard. You know, the approaching and even making videos. But I did observe some things that taught me a lot about what's going on right now. I don't know how to say it. I'm trying to think of saying it. It's hard to think when you feel like I do. But I'm trying the best I can here. Hopefully one day I'll feel better and I can really articulate this better. But I don't know. I see these guys, these young guys, and young guys, older guys, and it's like I sometimes wonder if it's worth doing this. Trying. I don't mean going out every once in a while, because I go out just to get out of the house. That's one of the main reasons I go, and because of my symptoms, it helps me just to get away sometimes, even though tonight was terrible. So if I was better, if my withdrawal didn't exist anymore, I'd probably stay home on and off more. You just get tired of going down there on weekends. It's but it's free, and I can stay in there and not buy anything because I can't drink. So it's that kind of situation. But observing what was going on tonight, it wasn't as packed again tonight. So like I said, I guess everybody did their handy week. I guess everybody blew all their money. I guess there was not many people back. Excuse me. And I was just watching the guys tonight. There's this one guy, and just giving you examples of these stories. There's one guy that was in there, way taller than me. I mean, I'm 5'7". He's probably about 6'2", 6'3", and he's well built, muscular. I don't know how his attitude is and his game, his quote-unquote game. I don't know how that is. But he's good looking, very attractive. And he was really hitting on this girl. I think he had probably talked with her before. I think, because like I said, it's a small town where I live. A lot of these places, the same people go. And she's definitely not a 10. She works at the Buffalo Wild Wings. And she's not a 10, but cute. She kind of has a firm body. She's kind of thick, and, if you're just wanting to have sex, you'd probably do it. But definitely not a 10. She's not somebody your tongue just falls out of your mouth. It's definitely nothing like that. But I'd give her a 6. I'll give her a 6. 5 to a 6, but I'll be generous and give her a 6. And he was really hitting on her, boy, really talking to her and dancing with her. And he was doing the, where you twirl them around, where you're dancing and you kind of spin them and, the romance, all that kind of nonsense. And, boy, he was really doing it. And on one occasion, she just walked away from him. I know she was drinking. That's part of the problem. She was drunk, But she just walked away. Just walked away and walked up to some guy that it was some friend of her. I think she worked with him. But, she could have at least told him, I'll be right back, right? And she just walked away. Walked up and just started talking to some other guy. And you could just see his face, because I'm watching it. It's right in front of me. And, of course, I'm not going to make fun of the guy. This guy could pound me in the ground. But, I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh, gosh, that's bad. And he just kind of, how it is. You got to act like it don't bother you. But it does. Of course it hurt his feelings. And he kind of just walked away and walked. And then when she came back over, here he comes back again, trying to get with her. Danced with her a few times, and I think she walked away again. But just I mean, I think she probably found him attractive, but at the end of the night, nothing. I'm sure she came with friends, and probably that they worked with, but, once again, nothing. Nothing. And then also during the night, there's this guy that was hitting on this girl. These were attractive girls. I would give the one that he was talking to, an 8, maybe a 7, maybe an 8. I might give her a strong 8. She was hot. I mean, I was actually kind of looking at her and feeling something, even with the hell I was going through tonight. And he was really talking to her. He was a tall guy. I wouldn't say he was a great-looking guy, but he was definitely tall. About 6'2", 6'3". Went, talked with her. And, they're talking and everything. And I couldn't hear them, but I saw him. He brings her to the back where I'm at. I'm kind of near the back. He brings her over to a table away from people, and he sits down, and they're talking. They talk for a little while. And I'm thinking, wow, that's pretty impressive. I mean, that is. I mean, that's, if you're studying game, I mean, that's one of the things they want you to do. Isolate her from her friends, because it was her and 2 other attractive girls. And he brought her back, and sat her down, talked with her for a while, and then she went back, and he went back too in a few seconds. And they're up there still, everybody, they're having a good time, the music's going, I'm sure they're buying them drinks and everything. And it's just, I don't know, I was just amazed how they kept doing this. And then at the end of the night, now we have an eating place not far from the bar. After they close, they stay open until about 3 o'clock. You can get pizza and hot dog, junk for drunk people. And we went down. I walked down there. Of course, it's warm enough you can stand outside and everything. And I walked down there, and there he is with her. I couldn't see. We had the lights were out for some reason, or the security lights were, so you couldn't see as good. But they were definitely over there talking. And he, just a second. Let me move that thing away. Just a second. Okay, there we go. I didn't want that to cut this off. But they're sitting there and talking, and she's there, they're there and everything. And I guess they're waiting on their food and they're getting it. And he's sitting there really talking to her, and I'm thinking, I thought it was her boyfriend. Or at least that they hit it off, right? They're at least going to leave together, go back to her place or whatever, her place or his place. And I was thinking, wow, good job, dude, because she was pretty hot. Like I said, she's an 8. You might even could slide her to a 9. She was very attractive. Blonde, tanned, short shorts, bare arms. Ooh, man. She was hot. She was fit, too. And, I'm thinking, hey, good for that dude. Well, they end up leaving and walking past me, and they're going to their cars. And I finally left because a lot of people were leaving. I didn't want to be out there by myself. And I get up. I walk out, and I walk past them, and I notice they got in their car, and the guy comes running back toward their vehicle, and I thought, whoa, I guess they're going to go separately somewhere, And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, I forgot your pizza. And he runs back, and he had the pizza box. I handed it to her, which meant he's not going with her. And I thought, he lost. Like, he got shot down. I mean, not like, I'm sure she didn't say, get away from me, loser, and throw a drink in his face, but she definitely didn't go home with him that night. I mean, tonight. And I thought, whoa. And he was a real nice dude. He walked past me. He was like, how's it going, man? You doing good tonight? I'm like, oh, I'm all right, And he's like, I guess I'll head to the apartment. He said, eat me some pizza and I'm going to go. And I thought, okay, Like I said, really nice guy. And if I say you're a nice guy, you're a good guy. Because I don't say that about guys much anymore. I think most guys are douchebags, or they're pretending to be douchebags to impress women. So most of them are, to be honest, they're just crap nowadays. Especially guys below the age of about 35, But I was just shocked. Like, whoa, man. Like, he didn't get her. Here I was. I mean, you would have thought that they at least were going to leave together. standing there. I mean, he's with her. He separated her from her friends. Spent most of the night with her. And then, I walk and they're sitting at the pizza place, sitting there with, sitting there really talking. And I thought, wow, he's got a chance. No. And I was shocked. That's another one that shocked me. Talk about being kind of black-pilled, huh? But, and then I'll give you another example. There's this guy, he's a Chad. I don't know if he's involved in sports or whatever, but he's pretty tall. He's definitely over 6 feet. Muscles, black guy. I don't know if he's mixed, but he's definitely black. And him and another guy were talking to these really attractive girls. One of them, I know, I would doubt that they're the age to drink. There's no way. They have to have a fake ID. But they look older because they're tall. I mean, the one's taller than I am without heels. So if she wore heels, I mean, she'd be a giant, right? And the other one, who's also tall, she works at what this place is called, the Pie Factory. I don't know if y'all have those anywhere around where you're at, but the Pie Factory just serves pizza and beer, And the girls that work in there wear black outfits, short shorts, bare-armed clothes, and short shorts up to their butt, right? And I mean, really hot. This girl was tall, slender, tanned, black-haired, but not thin rail, not rail small. I mean, just to be honest, I wouldn't give her a 10, but I'd give her a strong 8. Oof. Once again, I mean, they were 2 of the hottest girls in there. Well, these guys came over and they're talking to her and they're hitting on her, and all this kind of stuff, and I was just like, man, but you could tell it wasn't going anywhere. It wasn't going anywhere. I mean, you could just tell, that she's not really feeling him. Like, they're talking back and forth to him, but they're sitting at a table. The guys are standing behind them, and nothing's happening. They had talked with them the night before, and nothing happened at all, and the girls were not drunk the night before. Well, the guys, I could tell, they changed their strategy. This time, him and another guy, they were getting her drunk. You could tell they were buying her drinks, came over, got her a shot, and then they left and went to another bar. I didn't see when they left because I had to go to the bathroom, but they left. And they came back later, and she's drunk. Boy, she's drunk. You can tell, buddy. She's acting silly and stupid and annoying, and she's drunk. And I thought, oh, he might leave with her because she was kind of touching him and stuff. She's drunk now. And I thought, oh boy, And then later on, like I said, after everything had closed, here he came. Came walking over there, and she wasn't there. Now, I'm sure her friend drug her away. Who knows? That happens a lot in clubs, Kind of that mother hen they used to call it. That's what it used to be called, the mother hen. But I was just thinking, wow, man. Here's a guy who's a Chad. I mean, this guy's a Chad. To me. When I look at him, I'm thinking, for a smaller town, unless you got the celebrities coming in kind of thing, he's a Chad. And he walked in, and I was just like, he walked up, after that, and I thought, he didn't get her. Or at least for that night, he didn't get her. And it was just like, wow, man. Here's a guy that's a Chad, tall. I mean, not a giant, but he's definitely tall. He's taller than me by, once again, it's one of them where I'm kind of looking up at him. And he's very muscular. I'm sure he's jacked. And he's, good looking guy. I mean, I can see where women would find him attractive. And he didn't get her. That he was a Tyrone because he was black. So he's the Tyrone, right? He didn't get her. And I'm thinking, man, it is hard for guys, even Chads. And, they're not Chads compared to like a LeBron James or something, but definitely normal Chads in a town. Chads, even they are struggling to get women. Like, this is weird. And I got to give you an example. That same black guy, that same Tyrone I'm talking about, had a girl for a while. I don't know if they were in a relationship, if they were just having sex, but I saw them together. And for a while, he didn't come. Or he would come on and off with her. Number one, she was not very attractive. She was short, but I didn't think she looked that good, to be honest. And they would come in there, and then I think they broke up. Like I said, they must have been in some kind of relationship. They were either married or just living together. I don't know. But they broke up. Now, she still comes in there, so that means they parted ways, and they're fine, I guess, now, in that way. And so now he comes more often. So he's trying to get laid. He's trying to get a woman again. And he can't get a woman. There was one other woman he got after her. Right after her. Kind of like a Chad could do, right? I'll dump her, I'll get another one. But the one he got was post-wall. Or she was near hitting the wall. She wasn't terrible looking for her age, but you could tell she's older. And I was just like, and she comes on and off a lot too. And I was just like, whoa, man. It's bad, man. Like, this is real. Now, I have seen them walk out with girls, but I guarantee you that doesn't always mean they're sleeping with them. And then there was this other girl in there, very tall, blonde, kind of fit, and I mean tall, like, she was about 6'2", 6'3", and I was thinking, it wouldn't embarrass me. I'd go after her, but, that wouldn't matter. That wouldn't bother me. But, whether it'd bother her, probably would. But, once again, left with guys, sat with them the whole time, walked around with them, and when I was leaving, they even moved and went to another table outside, way away from everybody. You're thinking, one of them guys is going to score. They left, and she hugged them by and was leaving without them, and I'm just like, my gosh. Now, they were not Chad or Tyrone's, they were just normies. But it's like, whoa, man. This is amazing. Now, there's another, I'll give you an example, not tonight, but this was the other night. Well, not the other night, but this is off and on since I've been going down there. There's a black guy that comes there. Definitely a scumbag. He's a Chad. I can't stand him. He's a black guy. He's a Tyrone. Real tall. God, he's about 6'3", 6'4". And just a douche. Can't stand him. Racist to a fault. Just like tonight, one of his black friends was hitting on a girl, and he was going, "You better hurry, you're going to lose her to the white guys, ha!" All the whole time. You have to know this guy. He is the classic piece of shit. Okay? I'm talking tall, so he's big, he's tall, and he's kind of stout. He's pretty decent shape. I don't know if he works, I don't know. But, tall, big guy, so you're not going to mess with him very much. Big asshole. He definitely tries to be the dominant male all the time. Can't stand him, man. Oh, God, cannot stand this guy. And I have seen him leave with women, but once again, most of them are post-wall women. It ain't young, hot girls. It's not like Babe. You know what I mean? You know what you're thinking. It's not that, man. Now, this is in my area, so I can't talk about where you're at, whether, if you're in the United States or if you're in another country. I can't describe it. For your place. All I can describe is where I'm at. And I'm not exactly a world traveler or a nation traveler. But when I saw that, I was just like, holy cow. These are the Chad and Tyrones. We get it that incels can't get nothing, right? Man, they couldn't get laid. And if they get laid, it's the most hideous woman around. It's the most hideous woman they've ever seen in their life. You know what I'm talking about with the incel kind of guys. Those omega males. Then you get up to the normies, and they can't get nobody. Unless they take the bottom of the barrel, right? Women that you look at and you're just like, ugh. And then you get the Chads, and you're thinking they get the hot girls. And I'm sure some of them do. I'm sure they do, But at that bar, not really. A few have. But, and I've seen some. There are a few Chads in there that have pretty hot girlfriends, but a few of them? No. Now, I'll give you one thing. There is a thing about race, I'm sure, in my area. Whether this is fair, whether it's not, I don't think a lot of white girls are going to end up with a black guy. Now, they'll sleep with one. Like, they might sleep with one and everything. But unless he is a literal Chad, like, in our area, it'd be like a star football player, star athlete, club owner, something like that. They're not going to end up with him. They don't want that. They're going to marry, if they end up in a real relationship, it's going to be with a white guy. A Chad, not a Tyrone, you know. And other than that, wow, it's bad for guys, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're getting hotter women than the incels are going to get. And they're going to get, incels ain't getting nothing, I should say. That's the whole point. The incels, they can't get nothing. They beg for those post-wall women. But they're not getting that. Normies or betas, what you consider, they're not getting them until, unless they're beta male providers. That's when they get them. Post-wall, they need a husband. And even some of these post-wall women, they're just sleeping with they're sleeping with the alphas. But like I said, the alpha, it's hard to describe it, but the alphas aren't getting the young, hot girls. Now a few of these guys are older guys. The one black guy, the one that's really tall, he ain't no college age, and I doubt he's in his 20s. He's got to be in his 30s. But that's what I mean. Now, some women flirt with him. I do think they're attracted to him, probably, but they're not going to sleep with him. You know what I mean? Like, it's interesting. But here's the thing, again, I have been approached by pretty girls. Some of them are, I've been approached by definitely your lower tier women. The bottom, the ones that aren't attractive. I've never been approached by what they call the land whale. I've really never had that happen. Probably because they think, they're not attractive. They're like us. They think, oh, he'll say no, But I have been approached by the lower tier girls. That's probably the majority because I think that just happens for most, if you're a Chad. A Chad light, I should say, because I don't think I'm a Chad. I'm a Chad light to a higher tier normie. Because of my height. But, I have been approached by Becky's. I think that's what you kind of consider your beta females. I've been approached by Becky's, definitely. And I have had what I consider, now you may not, I think, would consider the 7s and 8s. Now, I've had a 7 approach me several times. I've never had an 8, but I don't think an 8 will ever approach you. You're going to have to be Giga Chad for that to happen. But I have had them give me IOIs, plenty of them. I know all the IOIs by heart now. I've seen them all. I've had them all done to me. And I have had 3 8s, 2 8s and 1 7 approach me. And I've had a lot of 6s. But definitely 7s, and they're the most. I've had 6s and 7s, and then 8s. I've had a few 8s. I ain't seen that many 10s. I just don't think most of those girls out there were attractive enough. But yes, I have been approached by 7s and 8s many times. And I've had 1 9. I talked with 1 9. I don't know if she was approaching me. I don't know, but I definitely had one talk to me once. But I just wanted to give that observation tonight. I just thought it was weird. I ain't made a video this long in a long time, but I just thought it was weird. I don't know. It really hit me. I'm not going to say I'm completely black-pilled, boy, man. Because, they talk about looks and status, looks, money, and status, right? And obviously, if you have, what they would probably tell you is if you have at least 2 out of the 3, you can get some women, with looks being kind of the most important thing. And these were decent looking guys. Now, like I said, I'm a man, I'm not attracted to other men, but holy cow, man. If they're having to settle for women that are near the wall and after the wall, whereas I get IOIs from 7s and 8s. They may not approach me all the time. Most of the time they don't. I'm kind of like Kevin Ray Wilder on his stream with MGTOW Dictionary, and he's a good-looking guy. And like he said, I don't get approached by most women, not real attractive women, like the 10s and that kind of thing. And he's a good-looking guy. And I'm near his boat. But I do get approached by women, though. And I have been approached by some pretty girls. Whether I'd call them 10s and 9s, Stacy's. Probably not. But there ain't been that many Stacy's in that bar. But anyway, I just thought I'd give this as an example. I don't even know what I'm going to title this video. I guess I'll just title it some observations tonight at the bar. Because I don't want to call it IOIs, but yeah. Hope you guys like this video, and any comments you leave, I'd appreciate it. It was just interesting tonight. Take care, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.